Hi everyone, it's me, Cheryl. I hope you are doing well and everybody's safe. I know I haven't been on for a while. There, come to say hi too. Hi buddy. I'm working, which I love to do by the way. Not complaining at all, I promise you that. Hi bud, what are you doing? Bear. Come here, come say hi. Come on, come down. Come on. He's already purring. Come on. He's not used to this chair. It's not flat like my chair at my desk. You got it. There you go, Bobby. There you go, Precious. Right now I'm working on masks and I'm still doing my bag orders. I have some stuff to show you. I'm gonna sew a few masks while I yammer. And then I'll I find these pleats so hard to do. You guys make masks and do pleats? I don't have a stitch of makeup on. I look like crap. I'm clean, fresh, showered. That I am. I just kind of want to catch up and see how everyone is. I've been trying to watch videos, but for the most part, Billy and I sit and sew. Billy hasn't been watching much videos either, because I've been asking her. The only thing I've been catching is what's going on with the virus and unemployment, the stimulus packages, things like that. That I've been catching up on, because that directly affects this household and, you know, our health and things like that. Those kinds of things, I need to know what's going on. So I've been keeping up with all that. I don't even know what I just asked you. Maybe I didn't ask you anything. I was just saying I didn't catch up on videos. That I was saying. I know I gotta catch up, but I want to catch up on my videos. So on my one custom order, I have to tell you this. Is anybody waiting on stuff like forever if you're ordering out there? I am waiting on interfacing for my friend Dawn's bag, and I did have interfacing to do it, but when I started to do this bag, I realized that it was not the interfacing I wanted at all. So I did a little research and I found better interfacing, and I'm like, okay, this is what I want. Now the one interfacing is coming. That I got the tracking for. It's going to be here Tuesday. However, I still need the other interfacing, which is coming from Joann's, and all I'm getting is order placed. Hasn't even shipped yet. So what I was told by customer service was I could be looking at up to a month. So as soon as I get to a place here where I can fiddle around a little bit, which will be probably in the next day or so here, I got extra fabric actually, which I told Dawn. I'm going to fiddle around with trying some different fabric. I'll probably wait till Tuesday now, because I got that other interfacing, and maybe I can make it work with that interfacing. But I want this bag for her to be phenomenal. And I'm not saying this to be any kind of, what's the word I want? Yeah, it's all in how you word something. This bag is going to look way more expensive than what I charge for the bag, is what I'm trying to say. And I mean, it is expensive materials I'm using. I even showed her I bought special thread for to match her bag, because I saw it and I'm like, oh my god, I am not just sewing with one certain thread. I'll show you the thread in a minute. I'm done here. Yeah. So I'm excited. Sewing my bags. Billy and I sew every day together. We keep each other going. I saw she showed you her progress video. Mine's kind of the same, but not exactly. She has more room than I do. She has a big room, and I'm in a room myself too. However, I'm in a trailer room. She's in an apartment room, which hers is, trust me, much bigger. Plus, she don't have those big shelves back there like me. Those are monsters. They're just a bigger version of these. They're the great big. I mean, they're nice and they're full. Trust me. But yeah. And as my business grows, I'm finding I need more and more room. It's just, craziness. I mean, I'm grateful. Do not get me wrong, I'm beyond grateful. But, this is now when I wish I had a much bigger house. I had a warehouse, you know. Wish in one hand, poop in the other, see what you get first. You know how that works, right? So, yeah, I'm just working, trudging along. I talked to Shelly. I caught up with her a little bit. She's doing good. I don't even know. Did she post any videos? I don't even know. Huh, how about that? I don't even know. Did I ask her? I don't think so. We didn't talk long. We talked for a little bit. She was being silly as I don't know what. She got stuff in her. She was doing Carol Baskin stuff. Oh, she had that in my head, and then she was singing Baby Shark. Oh, I was going to throw something through the screen at her. Driving me ape shit. Sorry for the language. That's Shelly for you. She gets silly. So I guess you all saw that the country's going to gradually start opening. I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty scared about all that. Not pretty scared, very flipping scared. I don't even want to, like, I'm so grateful. I just ordered more groceries, and for the first time since this happened, I don't have to pick up. They're actually being delivered. Oh my God, am I happy about that. I'm very glad that I don't have to go get them. I don't want to be out there if I don't have to. We're getting the pet food delivered, which is wonderful, because I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to be out there. These pleats. They'll pleat it, but then they do, I guess when I iron it, it'll be fine. Look at this cute button one. Cute, cute. And they open up. So, yeah, I have more masks to make. I make them, and then I make the full ones that have the chin, under chin, and then they go like, they're like this. They have a chin thingy. I make both kinds, so on order I have. So, let me show you something new I made that I'm going to be offering as part of the video. Plus, this is going to get shipped out because the rest of the order's done. This is from my dear friend Wendy. She ordered this for her grandson. I'll tell you something. This is a nice pattern that I bought. But if you have a domestic, forget this bag. You're not making it. Because I'm telling you right now, if I would not have a industrial machine, there's no way in heaven and earth I would have. I'm looking for the pattern. I would have been able to make that bag. Huh. So what do I do with pattern? Does anybody know? Did you do that pattern? Okay. Hang tight. I don't. Oh, there it is. Okay. It fell. Come on, the kitty cat. And the way the zipper was put in, no, I know, not only no, but heck no. You know what I mean? Oh, and my mom's in here too. My mom's up there, but you can't see her. Just so you know. Not only my mother-in-law and my father-in-law are back there. Chucky and I are in here. Okay. Okay. So this pattern is, if anybody sews, from Dog Under My Desk. Cute name. Find page 1. And I read the constructions for the zipper. I wound up ripping the small bag was the one I did first, ripping it completely apart and redoing it because ixnay is all I'm going to say. It was terrible. I just don't understand. Okay, now where's number? It's supposed to be a recessed zipper, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't figure it out. So it's an outer zipper, but the instructions just confused the poop out of me. Well, anyway, That's not the first page. I'm not sure where it is, but this is the pattern. Quick zip lunch bag. Oh, I'm slipping off my chair. Quick zip lunch bag from dog under my desk. Okay. So let me tell you what this bag consists of. So this is the bag. This is the small. Ain't it adorbs? Very nice. You can make it in anything you want. It could be boy, girl, neutral. Inside it has a pocket. Okay. Um, and then this is the large, which is the same inside pocket and all that good stuff. Okay. This one is blue with a yellow zipper tab, and this one is blue with a blue. But there's the size difference for the small and the large. So I bought 2 yards of Infrabright, okay, and I only have a little bit left. These, can you hear it? It's not for a microwave though, but like they could be a little cooler for if your dude goes fishing or whatever. They could be whatever you want. But this is actually a lunch bag for a little boy for daycare. I think daycare. But anyway, every single piece of fabric, the 2 liner pieces, the outer pieces, each has fusible fleece plus Infrabright, and Infrabright is not thin. Okay? And then fusible fleece is a little thinner, but then you got your fabric. So you have 2 of these, okay? So here's your fusible fleece, okay? Here's your Infrabright. Take that times 4 because you got outer, outer, liner, liner, okay? Then your 4 pieces, outer, outer, liner, liner, plus 4 of these, outer, outer, liner, liner. How is somebody going through that with a domestic machine? That's a lot of layers. That's 4 times 3 is 12 pieces. Am I right about that? No. Well, that would be in half. So that's six layers plus your zipper tape. That's a lot. That's a lot. And then when you box your corners, that is 12 layers because you're boxing your corners, so you're taking your corners, and that's the 12 layers. I don't see how anybody with a domestic is doing that bag. I just don't. But my Juki went right through it like butter. No problemo. So, why I'm so dry. So that was for an order. My other orders are all packaged up. I wanted to get them shipped today, but what happened was, you're never going to believe this. Telling you the truth. I worked till I got those bags done at it was daylight. It was daylight out. Bright day. I worked from, I think, 8 o'clock. I met Billy. No, I didn't meet Billy. I talked to Shelly. No, I talked to Billy. Billy left to go get something to eat. And then I talked to Shelly. And then I got back on with Billy. Billy went to bed. I finished making my bag. I got done. It was a bright day. I think I went out to my computer to get some yogurt, refill my coffee, check email, all that good stuff, come back and work, pack up my packages and things like that, put a note in the mailbox. I was too late to schedule a pickup, but if I put a note in the mailbox, she'll come and get my packages. So, right before I was coming back, I said, oh, I should eat something. I didn't get yogurt. I was hungry for a protein bar. So on my way to get my protein bar, I have a container of sugar-free gummy bears, and I've had them for over a week, and they're just a little container. So I ate like less than 10 to 10 max. Big mistake. About 20 minutes to an hour later, I was in pain so bad I wanted to die. I mean, the pain was so bad, and then I laid, and my belly was bloated, and I was running back and forth, and yes, I know TMI, but it's the truth. And then, of course, my head was just ready to pop off, and it was just miserable. So I got up at like I don't know, 5, 6 this afternoon. I laid down at like 9, 10 this morning because I said I can't do anything else. I am done. I'm spent. And I did what I had to do, did a grocery order, and now I'm back here working. But yeah, there was a point to all that, I thought. Somewhere in mine it had a point. I don't really know. But anyway, I want to show you the bag. There's something else that you're going to see next week. Probably by Wednesday, Thursday at the latest. I can't wait to see it. It's amazing. It's something why I originally purchased this and why I originally wanted to change my whole structure of the business. Um, yeah, pretty excited. Very excited, as a matter of fact. Can't wait for you to see it. But anyway, this is also my dear friend Wendy's. When I showed her this, it was all over. She's like, Mayan, done. Next thing I know, there's like money in my account. I'm like, holy crapola, that was the end of that. I was just showing her it to tell her that I made this bag I want to offer something at a price point where people can afford and have something exquisite and nice for, not that my other bags aren't, but something high value for the price point. I'm not saying this right. Everything's high value. I don't overcharge for my stuff, and I'll get into that in a minute. But this bag is like, I mean, you could take this bag on a dinner date. You could take this bag, as far as I'm concerned, to the Black's Opera. Maybe not with this on it, and maybe not with this, which I did invest in metal tags. I'm so excited. I should have my first draft by the beginning of next week. I just can't even. I'm like thrilled. But anyway, this is a very fancy bag. And inside I used a coordinated this. See, this is the first time I use this black smoke. I absolutely love this black smoke glitter vinyl, to die for. Love it. But anyway, I only didn't do the whole thing in this crock vinyl because they only have one sheet of it when I ordered, so I could only get a little bit of it. So that was all I could get, and not enough to do the back of this bag. So this is a little bit smaller than I wanted it. But this bag is actually 7 by 5, which is just a nice wrister, nice bag to head to the store, just a little, you know what I mean? And at a price point of 54 shipped would be these bags. That includes your tax, that includes your shipping to your door. These things, you know, they don't have to be this long. These will be a little extra. I don't know what I'm going to charge for them yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I added this to this bag. Oh, there you can see it better. That's one of my zipper pulls that I hand make. So, if anybody's interested in these bags, I'm probably going to make them, you know, this one will be 54 and I'll probably do 165 ship. So maybe 50, maybe I'll go 55 and 65. I did say 54 though. Let's go 55, 65, then it's an even number. That sounds better. Oops. Anyway, this one I said was 7 by 5, and I'll probably do like, I don't know, maybe like I have to measure that other one I have out there that nobody can see yet. So let's just say a little bit bigger, like maybe, you know what I'm saying? And I could do crossbody strap and things like that. And you'll have a price point that's affordable, and it'll be. I never wanted to do project bags. It's not that I didn't want my business to be focused on project bags, and I think that's where some confusion is. So let's talk about that. People are asking me about the price of my bags, and when I tell them, some of them ghost me. And I'm like, okay, sometimes it's not that I'm afraid to tell them, but I know when I tell them, I like hold my breath. I'm like, I know I'm never going to hear from them again. Here's the thing. I'm not making project bags, okay? When I first introduced them, I did show that you could put X amount of skeins and this and that, and originally in the very beginning, it was people wanted project bags, myself included, that you could see through, okay? Since the roll off of those original project bags, my bags keep evolving to what I originally wanted to do, okay? Um, and those bags that I made in the beginning, I have since upgraded. Like some of those bags did have the older style zipper, but those are lower price point. What happened to you? Those are lower cost than the other ones that have the more expensive zippers. In the first week I was making bags, I upgraded 3 different materials that I used by at least $5 each because I felt the materials were too cheap and not what I wanted representative of my bags. Now I'm going, my woven tags are very nice and I do like them. Like if I'm doing, okay, this is where I have two. Okay, this is an order. It's actually, hi Julie. This is for Julie, and I forgot, hi Wendy. This is for Julie, but I did make it too small. I did. So I'm going to redo this bag. But on a bag like this, absolutely, a tag like this is perfect. But this is something Julie wants as a handbag. Now, she did want this bag 13 by 8. Well, why? I don't know what the heck I was doing. This only turned out to be 10 by 6. So this bag will be for sale, and she did only want the wrist strap. I'm selling this bag and I'm recutting Julie's bag, excuse me, because this is not what she asked for. So I'm redoing this bag for her. This one she wanted 5 by 8. This is 7 by 4. I have no idea what I did, but I flubbed up and I'm redoing this, so this set will be for sale. On a bag like this, these tags are beautiful. They're perfect. But I just paid a lot of money to order metal iodized tags with I'll show you. They're going to look like this with this rainbow finish. They're going to say Boltz Bagz across them with really beautiful font, and they're going to have the butterfly in the corner representing my goose, because my business, everything I do in life, my mother will be included in everything for the rest of my life. She was included when she was here. She'll be included as long as I'm on earth. She's part of me forever. So my mom, just like she is in my business card, will be represented in my business. So I keep improving. When you see the thing that's going to be revealed next week, you'll see what I'm saying. Some of my, I can reveal a lot of things. I just don't want to yet because I want to reveal finished bags, not merchandise, or not materials. Okay. I know that I don't know. I can't put words in people's mouths, but sometimes, like I said to Billy, I think people think, she's charging that much for a project bag. No, I'm not. A lot of people are getting my bags and not using them as bags. They're coming back and telling me, I thought this was going to be a project bag, but it's not. This is now my handbag. And that, I'm, I'm just flattered by that. That's what I want my bags to be. That's why I'm Boltz Bagz. I'm not advertising them as project bags at all. The first video, yes, I said that, you could fit this amount of yarn and that into it, but I also said, these are my bags. You can use them as a handbag. You can use them as this and that. And those great big bags that had the bunnies on that I introduced the last video I did before the slideshow thingy, them bags, if this all wouldn't have happened, would have been perfect for Easter bags for girls. I mean, they would have been phenomenal for that. And I could have made some for boys too, not bags. I could have done like something I would have thought of for boys. But yeah, I think that that's the problem here, part of it. And I want to make something that everybody can get in their hands. But I'm gonna say this. People are asking me how much are my bags. I don't have a set price. I never will. What I can tell you is this. My cheapest and it's not cheap. Cheap is cheap to me. My least expensive bag is all cloth with interfacing, and that is $38. Just a cloth interface zipper, the end. $38. Now we're going into vinyl. My cheapest vinyl bag is $50. You add any sort of glitter, you're looking at $25 in my hand right now. This is $25. Okay? You add glitter to a bag, you're automatically adding $5 for the smallest bag, all the way up to $15 because it's hard to get and I gotta pay for it. And it's $25 a yard. And yes, that may seem like a lot, but I have to pay for it and I have to generate profit from it. And I didn't want to turn this video into business 101. And I'm not trying to justify my pricing either. What I'm trying to do is let you know that I'm not some crazy lady that thinks I'm something special, that I'm going to get millions of bucks on project bags. That's not what's going on here. I've invested in a $1,500 industrial machine. I use bonded nylon thread that cost me $13 to $18 a spool. This is stuff that you're not ripping. It's made to sew sails on a sailboat. It's made to sew leather. It's marine vinyl, to sew marine vinyl. This is heavy duty thread. My everything from my thread up is, I don't want to say better material because it's not. Billy's material is not crap material. By no means. Absolutely not. It's different material. Billy doesn't need this kind of thread for her domestic machine. And I just send her all my domestic stuff because I won't be using it. But I can guarantee you I paid $6 for my spools of thread for my domestic all the time. So to me that was expensive back then. Now I'm paying double plus for my thread. Okay? And actually I think they were $4 and $5, not $6. But my supplies for just my sewing machine alone have doubled and tripled. So you see, my prices are going to be more than what other project bags are. You know what I'm saying? And I'm more than willing to work with anybody. As long as PayPal allows us to do partial payments, I'm cool with that. Absolutely, I'm cool with that. My only thing is this. I don't care, what you put down. That's up to you. I don't have no stipulation on that whatsoever. But I will say this, because I don't want to call it burnt, because I don't feel I was burnt. I'm not going to call any names out, but there is somebody. And I did send a reminder, and I'm just going to say that I understand no matter what. I didn't cancel any invoice. Just, it's there. I ordered supplies if you want to go forth. I'm still open to what we discussed. Something happened, maybe you didn't expect or whatever. This is a rough time, I get it. You want to message me or whatever, it's good. I'm good, let me know. But anyway, as long as PayPal allows that, I'm good. Here's my stipulation. I'm not going to order supplies for said order until that entire invoice is paid in full. Unless of course it's something I would order anyway, well then sure I would. But and I won't start that order, absolutely not, unless it's paid in full. And you have to understand, which is, I'm speaking it here, I spoke it before, and it's in the terms of my invoicing, which the minute you pay it, you've accepted those terms. If you don't go through with it, you just donated money to me. You're not getting your money back. And that's not to be ignorant or whatever. That's just the way business is. Because I have to run a business. I can't chase after money. I can't do refunds when I have to fund my business. Do you know what I'm saying? This is a lot of work. I mean, you just don't even know. Chucky's home now and he sees this. Sometimes I'm on that computer just doing one day, I could not get off that computer for, I think it was 6 hours. I did not move between YouTube comments, with Yarn and Hook Facebook page comments and emails and invoicing. I was not stuck. I'm not stuck. I love you all. You have no idea how much I appreciate you. But I literally sat there with the administrative part of the business, which meant I wasn't back here working, taking care of the customer service end of it, which I also love, for 6 to 7 hours, where I just sat taking care of that. And that's great, because without that, I don't need to come back here because I have no orders to make. You know what I'm saying? I have to do that part to be able to come back here and make those orders. It all goes hand in hand. I'm not complaining in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying. So, you know, there's so many parts of this business that I don't have time to, you know, I have to order this or order that. Sometimes it takes a while to order. You got to wait for things to come back in. You got to put yourself in a waiting list, especially now. Things are just hard to get, or you're waiting forever for something. And I'm not monkeying around, and I'm not being rude. I swear to God, I'm not. I'm just being candid. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. That's not who I am, and I don't do those things. I'm just being candid and upfront and telling you that if you're going to do an order with me and you put your money down, please be prepared to go through with that order, or you donate your funds to Boltz Bagz. And I would rather have you go through with your order, because I love making bags for people and custom bags. I love it. And you know, like Dawn, she paid her money and we discussed what we were doing. And as I was going through her bag and started putting the interfacing I had, and I have a ton of it up on that shelf, a ton. None of it suited me. So I got down and I sat down and on the computer. The interfacing I charged her for is less than half of what I just bought to do her bag with. And the thread that I bought just for her bag, because I'll show you. Let me show you. I said I was gonna, didn't I? So this is the front. This is the material that she chose for her bag. Okay, isn't it beautiful? And of course the rainbow. This is her hardware. Okay, the rainbow. How beautiful. So already that's a winner chicken dinner, which she didn't know that existed. I showed it to her. Well, then I was like, this was, you couldn't get a hold of it. I knew it existed, but when I saw it came back in stock again, I jumped. And when I say I jumped, I mean I jumped, and I had to have it for her. So I went immediately and I made sure I got this thread for her. Look at that. It's rainbow thread for her rainbow doggy. Now, I'm not charging her anything extra, nor would I if she said, well, no. This is my give back to her for coming to me and valuing me and my work enough. And I bought this extra yard just in case I nuts up the fabric I originally got for her bag, because that's how much I care. That to me is what you do for your customer. You know what I'm saying? And that's how much I value her order with me and your order with me. Do you know what I'm saying? My attention to details and my listening to you, what you're telling me, and my caring about you and your bag, I hope sets me apart from not others. I hope everybody you purchase from treats you like that. But I care very much about this business, my bags, my customer service, the products I put out, everything from the jump, from the time you see me on the screen till the time you get my product in your hands. I want you to say nothing but, oh my God, Cheryl Boltz, Boltz Bagz, with Yarn and Hook, her merchandise, her handmade stuff, holy jumper bejesus, you've got to go see her. Because if that's not what's being said, then what am I doing this for? Do you know what I'm saying? But never once have I price gouged or thought I'm just great, so I'm just going to throw this number on this bag and that's what it's worth. Billy's done it with me several times. Crunch the number. I just don't look at it and go, well, that's worth X, so I'm going to charge Z. Mm-mm. I sit down and I have a formula. I do. And there's a wholesale number. It's right on my board. There's a wholesale number and there's a retail number. And I do have a wholesale number because I'm going to be doing a wholesale order as soon as this whole craziness, God bless us all, dies down and we're in some form of, I don't think there will ever be a normal again. Let's not say normal, let's say what we knew is no longer in existence. Life is not ever going to be the same again. That I will assure you of. It just won't be. I can't see how it's going to be. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. It was just being discussed before all this happened, and then everything came to a screeching halt because business came to a screeching halt, and things just weren't going to happen, which, obviously, how could it? So, I had to do a formula where, as a business, I make money. Again, I before I even rolled this business out, I invested in the stuff. I invested in everything I need to even roll out this business. I didn't go into this willy-nilly and I'm not just throwing prices on bags and going, I'm great. This is whatever. I literally am charging what I need to do to make a profit on what I pay for supplies and my labor because I do buy higher price supplies. So I hope that puts more into perspective why my bags are more expensive. And you got to understand, I know that project bags are being, bought at a price point from $28 to $60 for just 2 pieces of fabric and a drawstring. That's it. Or 2 pieces of fabric interfacing and a drawstring. I do fabric interfacing, and my interfacing is usually the thick foam, which is very expensive, plus another piece of interfacing. And then you got the vinyl if I do a see-through. I got hardware. Some of my bags, it depends on what bag I'm doing. My hardware alone is $10. Just my hardware. That's my highest. Well, not my highest. I can get more expensive than that. But that's what I have in house now, higher end hardware. That's what I'm adding crossbody straps. And then the normal hardware that I use for most of my bags is a $4 to $6 price point. It depends on which I use, which size. So, I'm spending, plus my zipper, I buy zipper by the yard. So, you don't even want to know how much money's in this tub. I buy zipper by the yard, okay? So my zippers come like this. Or like this, look. And then I cut what I need, okay? And then I go in my little magic basket and I pick out what pulls I want. And I have several. I have lots of little bags of pulls. And I just put the pull on the zipper that I want. And, clearly I buy the pulls separate from the tape. And I pay by the yard for my zippers. And my zipper tape is anywhere from $2 to $6 a yard. This stuff here is not cheap. I don't think it was $6. Maybe it was $4 a yard, $4.50 a yard. But it might have been. You can't even get this now. This is clear vinyl rainbow zipper tape. So I just want to make all that clear that these are not just, I'm not on I was on Amazon buying the cheapest zippers I could find. I'm buying, look at this, I'm buying high-end quality materials. Look at this. Blue rainbow zipper tape. I have a bunch of different colors. Raspberry, blue, purple, yellow, a bunch of rainbow colors. Clear, black. I just want a couple different bronze, gunmetal. Yeah. So I hope that puts everything into perspective why my prices are higher. And I do have a lot of customers that are coming to me and saying about higher prices. And I mean, you can tell by me holding these in my hand. Yes, these are higher grade than my normal ones that are on my bags I show. These are for my leather handbags that I make, which I haven't rolled out. You'll be seeing them shortly. But you can see, here's the gunmetal and the rainbow again. I mean, you can see, they're like, not cheap. They're heavy duty, they're shiny, they're bright, they're gorgeous. And I spend a lot on my supplies. I do spend a lot on supplies, but that in turn has to reflect on the cost of my product in the end. You know what I'm saying? So rest assured that when you get a bag from me, you're going to get quality. And I do want to add this, not to toot my own horn, but to toot my own horn. What you're going to see next week, my husband's friend is a truck driver. He works for a garbage company, okay? He drives a garbage truck. He took it out and he showed him. He was here to check on Chucky. And I walked out and he said, what did he say to me? Oh, where's my thingy? He said, you know, I thought that this was hand stitched. I said, oh no, I have an industrial machine. He said, yeah, he told me, but he said, I'm going to tell you right now, because he asked me what the price was. And I said, for you, 140. He said, no way. He said, first of all, it's all leather. Second of all, he said, when I saw that and thought it was hand stitched, that jacks the volume or the price way up. He said, over $200 right there, because, and this, remember, this man drives a garbage truck. He said, I know back in the day, and he's an older gentleman. He's retire age. He said, when my mom bought bags, I know what they cost, and I do have a wife, and I know what bags cost. And he said, He said, I thought this was hand stitched, which makes the value higher. And he said, the top stitching, I couldn't believe he said the word top stitching. That floored me. He said, this bag is impeccable. He said, and the feel of that leather, he said, it's just so nice. And he said, I'm looking all around, I can't find a flaw in this bag. That is gorgeous. I was standing there like, does he have like woman, what do I want to say? Not woman, tendencies, but, woman item appreciation. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, he can appreciate things that a woman appreciates, or does he appreciate, like, you know, there's lots of men that appreciate fine things like that, you know, jewelry and things like that. You know, he could have been a fashion mogul or something of some sort. Maybe this is calling. But I said, yeah, I don't know if it's at that price point, but I think I'm good at the price point. I said, he said, no way. He said, you need to be closer to 2 or over. I'm not real comfortable with that number, but you'll see when it's revealed and you can tell me what you think about it. But, that made me feel very good that someone who had that in their hands said that to me, that drives a garbage truck. That made me, you know, it made me know that my work is where I want it to be. And it'll look that much better when I have those beautiful metal tags on, because although my tags are nice and I do love them and I love the people that make them and they're nice for the smaller items, when you start making leather bags and more rich looking bags, you need nicer than that tag. You don't want a woven tag on a more expensive looking bag. You just don't. I mean, even look at this. Wouldn't this just be set off to the gills with that woven iodized? Just picture it. Just picture it. You die for. You know, seriously, just beautiful. That would just set it right off. But yeah, I rambled on enough And I just, I'm very passionate about my business. I'm very passionate about anything I do. I mean, if I don't do it right, I don't want to do it. And if I make a mistake, I want to know and I'll make it right. I just had Susan. Hi, Susan. She lives in Canada. She was one of my customers, and I don't. Someone disagree with this, but I don't care. I do care, but I don't care. This is just how I am. This is how I roll. Those of you who have gotten bags from me know that there was an issue with shipping in the beginning because when I first shipped my bags, I stuffed them with brown paper and I made them all pretty that they were all filled out when you got them, and then they were costing like $25 to ship because they were on a measurement. It made it go from 2 pounds to 15 pounds. This post office has lost its mind, but apparently every shipping company's doing this. So now I realize that if I roll them and pack them different, it's not even a pound, and shipping is like max $5. So I just charge a flat, basically $5 on all my bags. If they're more than, like if they're further, I do like maybe $6, $7 because I've noticed that, further distance, it goes up a little bit as far as, shipping. But I have refunded shipping if it is less than what I charge. Oh, absolutely, I refund immediately. I don't keep people's money. So anyway, I packaged her package and I shipped it. I wrap them now in very thick brown paper, and I had a bag over it. And that brown paper is quite thick, and the bag was doubled over. So I didn't think anything. So she messaged me and she said, I got noticed that it was damaged, and I'm like, oh. So, that's a sad thing. But I knew in my mind the minute she said it, if that purchase was damaged, I was making that right for her. And there was insurance on it. Absolutely, it was insured. For I think $200. And she would have been out a couple bucks. I don't know how much. But she wasn't going to be out anything because I was going to make that right. Because here's what I thought right away. It was going to Canada. Now, wasn't my fault. Should have I packaged that better? Should have I tripled it? Should have I, if it cost me more money on top of the, I think it was like 11 ounces and it cost that poor woman $35. Should have I made it be, I don't know, another couple ounces and added more paper and paid the difference or whatever, or told her, look, I'm going to double wrap it so it's more secure. It's going to be $40 or whatever it costs. It could have been my fault if that bag got damaged, and I would have always thought that. I would have made that bag right for her because that's who I am, and I stand by my stuff. And after it left my house, no, it's not my responsibility. But in my mind, I was like, poop. Because it was going to Canada, I probably should have double wrapped that because it took her, Susan, comment in a comment, over a month to get that bag. That was a long time. And I'm sure it was because of everything going on, because that was just insane. That was horrible. So luckily it was only the packaging that had a little tear in it, and she was very happy with her bag, which I'm very grateful for. But I can tell you, I would have made that bag right for that woman. 100%. I would have never left her be disappointed. That would not have boded well with me. I would not have a disappointed customer. And the only reason, again, I would have jumped to the Susan, I'll make this right, is because it was going to Canada. I probably should have thought ahead and said, I probably should package that better. That could take a long time. A lot can happen between here and Canada. I should double, triple, maybe make sure that that's safe in there for her. So that would fall on my shoulders, in my opinion, and I dropped the ball there. Luckily, Susan was happy and got a decently still sound product that she was very pleased with, and that makes me very, very happy that she was. Her message to me was, wow, 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 wow. So, I'm very, very, very grateful for that. Beyond anything grateful. That's what I want. That's exactly what I want. But again, I would have made it right. No way would have that woman been disappointed. So with all that said, and my mask making endeavor, and I'm busy on orders, and I have, after this, I got to make these masks because they got to be in the mailbox this morning, and well, by noon. It's 3:51 a.m. on Sunday morning, 4/19/2020. Um, I'm gonna go right into Pat's order because I'm still waiting on Dawn's interfacing. And Jean, I got sick with the gummy bear business, but I still have your bag right here, ready to finish. That'll take no time at all. Actually, I was coming out to finish that and then get that packed and headed out yesterday, and that's when the gummy bear episode happened. I'm so sorry. Yeah, never again. I'm throwing them right in the trash, and Molly kept begging for one. Oh, if I would have gave Molly just one, what do you think would have happened to her little belly? Oh my lord, I would have had a mess in this house. Oh. Anyway, enough of my babbling on and on and on and chirping like a monkey in a tree, as Forrest Gump would say. I should turn that on while I'm sewing if it's on Netflix or something, because I don't need to watch it. Just listen to it. Such a good movie. So I'm sorry I don't come on often, but it's hard because, like, look, I'm not working now because I feel like I gotta look at y'all when I feel bad. Billy and I, we just kind of and don't look at each other because we're so used to it. We'll just sew and we'll talk while our machines are going and we can hear each other. And like, we're just working. We're not even looking at each other. We're just going. Sometimes I have my camera here, but it's so small I can't really see her. I prefer her there on my laptop, which is on my shelf there. That's where you all are. Because then I can see everything like you guys can see in my room here. You can only see this little bit on the cell phone. Don't like it. Because usually I have the cell phone set up here. My cell phone's right there now. And my tripod, which is here. Which I have right in front of me usually. So you can see behind me. Now you see this side of the room. But I just figured I'll use this to heck with it. I don't know how long this video is going to take to upload, but it is what it is. So yes, if anybody is interested in any of those bags like I just showed, that's the smaller size and they'll start at $55 total. That's your bill. No added. That's complete. That's tax and shipping. That's everything. So I don't know what that would cost, what the actual cost pre-tax and shipping is. But I got charged 6% sales tax in Pennsylvania. So, whatever that comes to. I had the figure. It was in the room. I don't know what happened to it. And that's probably lower than I should go if you want to know the truth. Because my vinyl bags that is lower than I should go, I'm telling you right now. But, I want to be able to get something in you guys' hand that you can feel of mine. And I'm talking, this is these small ones. These small ones now. That are, this is 6 3/4, 7. They probably won't all be the same size, I'm going to tell you right now. They'll be close by 5. With vinyl and that little bit of leather. So this is what you're getting. I mean, it's beautiful. And these are separate. This is only on because this is my customers. Wendy, my beautiful Wendy. So, but that's worth that money. It really is. This is a nice bag. And this is croc leather. And this is a beautiful bee print. And that vinyl is to die for. And that's not really see-through. So you can have this bag and people aren't going to see. I can't really see even the print on the inside through that. I love that black. That's gorgeous. I'm all about black and silver. I have a silver one too. I don't think I didn't. I didn't even open this one yet. I'm curious to see how that makes up a bag. Can't even open that yet. So yeah, I have a lot of vinyl I didn't use yet. I just got yellow vinyl. Um, but yeah, so let me know. That's well worth that money, that price point. But those are my prices. Those are my least expensive bags. 38 all cloth with interfacing. It'd be about the same size as that. And 50 and 55. We'll just say 55. That size is my cheapest bag. And that's it. That's the best I can do. Well, no, because my petites, this size, there's no leather on this though. These guys are 50. This is what people are carrying as handbags, which I can see why. This is sold. These guys are 50. That's just vinyl. This is nice as a handbag. This is vinyl and fabric. This guy is 7 by 5. So this is 50, but it's a bigger 7 by 5. It's not much. It's different though. See, look, it's the same size, but it's not. It's weird how that works, isn't it? So there you go. These are my two least expensive sizes. So 50, 55, and then all cloth 38. Okay? And from there it goes up. Oh, ooh, thank God that didn't spill. Look at what I found in my mom's house. I can't even believe it. I was so happy. I'm going to hang it on my wall. I was thrilled when I found it. Stuff like this made me so happy. I mean, really, I wonder if I could turn it into an R or an S. I don't want to monkey with it too much. It's kind of stiff. I'm afraid that it will break. Then I'd be devastated. Isn't this awesome though? I'm so happy I have this. This is the kind of stuff that I just cherish. That means the absolute world to me. Because I'm all about sentimental stuff. To someone else, this is nothing. To me, this is everything. I want to show you something else I have. My mom's shoes that she had on for her callus that she just couldn't walk on. I have her shoes right here with me. Her shoes here. So I keep it right by me. So it's with me. It means everything. Little sentimental things just to keep her close. Means the world. And that's what it's all about. 58 minutes. Can you believe it? I yammered that long. So there you go. So everybody that's asking the question, and I know a lot of people have a price list. I do not. It's impossible because I have so many different materials. I have leather. I don't have cork. Cork is phenomenally expensive. I do have some cork sheets, but I don't know if I like it. I really don't. I don't know. I guess I'll try at some point. Right now I'm so busy with other things I can't try anything new. But as soon as I get caught up with things, I'll maybe try some cork. And I cannot start any new orders for at least a week, but I can take new orders. It'll be at least a week till I can even consider starting a new order. I will tell you that. I am open for new orders, but I can't start anything. So, that's where that's at. But yeah, the sooner you get your order in, the better, because that means if I don't have the supplies I need, I can get them ordered, which again, I will not order if I don't, you know what I mean? That would be crazy for me to do because my business only has so much cash flow too, because we're waiting on Chucky's unemployment, which could take another 2 to 3 weeks. Well, my PayPal and the business has been floating the expenses here because thank God thank God for all of you, and your orders. That's how we've been, I mean, he's had 2 checks because he used all his vacation up, which is awful. I feel so bad. Um, and the money from the business is what's been floating us. So I can't order stuff that is not going to come into fruition of, the order. So if you guys want to order, I'm more than happy to take your order, and I will make you a beautiful bag. You can rest assured of that. But, we need to do that as soon as possible so I can get supplies ordered. And I'll tell you right now, I ordered fabric. It took me 2 or 3 weeks. Pat, you can comment here. I can't remember when wait, yeah, I can. I'll tell you. Hold on. I have her invoice right here because I'm working on her order.